Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of What Are You Reviewing, Dave? Today we're looking at Lucy. It's a science fiction action film starring Scarlett Johansson and Morgan Freeman. It's also directed by our French director Luc Besson. It deals with the archaic scientific myth that we only use 10% of our brains, which we know is false. Now I've heard people say that, well, I'm not going to watch this movie because I know that is rubbish and it's a stupid idea because we know it's false. My argument is, if that's the case, then why watch a movie about a guy who was bitten by a genetically altered spider then gets superhuman powers? Or why watch a movie about mechanical aliens that come to Earth and turn into cars? It's the same principle. We know it's rubbish, but we watch these movies for pure entertainment. Now, what did I think of Lucy? Well, you'll see my full review right now. Lucy is a science fiction action film starring Scarlett Johansson, Morgan Freeman, and directed by Luc Besson, who is responsible for movies such as The Fifth Element and Taken. The film tells the story of Lucy, who is a young woman living in Taipei. Her rather dodgy boyfriend forcefully persuades her to deliver a briefcase to a Korean mobster. This ultimately sets her life on a different path as she is kidnapped and has a new drug known as CPH4 implanted inside her. The bag that contains the drug ruptures, which sends the contents throughout her body and unlocks her brain's full potential. Now, this movie does run with the archaic and false myth that we only use 10% of our brain functions. Now, as her brain function rises to 20% and higher, she starts developing rather supernatural powers and also starts losing her humanity. Now, Lucy is a rather interesting film. We know that the 10% idea is nonsense, and I'm pretty sure that the filmmakers know this as well. However, they took this concept and made it into a really decent story, as that's what storytelling is all about. The movie has some outlandish claims and runs with it as if it is true, which is by no means a bad thing. Now, Lucy is a highly entertaining movie with plenty of action and some great visual effects. The effects used in the climax of the film left me dumbfounded as they were just spectacular. There were a couple of effects that were not so impressive, and it felt as if they were rushed. You can clearly see this in the opening sequence of the movie, as the film starts off with a Neanderthal drinking water, but her representation is nowhere near close to the effects used in Dawn and Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Luc Besson also employed a certain filming style in which he juxtaposed certain wildlife shots with characters in a way to reveal their true nature and show just how primitive we are, and it translates beautifully on screen. Lucy is a fun movie to watch and should not be taken too seriously. Instead, it should just be watched and enjoyed for really clever and decent storytelling. So, with that in mind, Lucy gets a grey matted 7 out of 10. My name is David Braz, and thanks ever so much for watching my movie review. If you liked what you see and want to see more, then please hit that subscribe button.